G'day, g'day, Smileyface X here. I'm going to do a little bit of a replay analysis of my game, first game of the Big Crunch 2, Division 4 versus Lord Volk's Chaos team, both fresh teams. He's got the Minotaur, I've got my Amazons with one spare player and an Apo. The reason I start with an Apo is just so I expect at least one dude to get injured early on because I've only got AV7. But the basic game plan was to make him roll a lot of die because he has no block, and my guys all have dodge, so it's very hard to actually make tackles. So there's one already. You got the 1 in 9, so I'm thinking if I just post up enough, about every second or third turn he should get like a both down or skulls result, which should give me momentum and slows drive down. So there's that first injury, but it's only a line woman, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll leave that one, I'm sure there'll be more. So my formation, I've left him the sidelines, but it's not really enough for him to get a cage going. And pretty much leaves him blitzing a blodger, so it doesn't work. That's nice. He's posted up one character, two characters, three if you count the middle. So he's already used his reroll, so the pickup's iffy. He got it. I personally would have stayed back there. That's a bit risky coming forward. I'm looking at the left flank, counting the squares, see if I can reach. I can just reach, but I'm going to decide to take the block instead and do it with my down character, because the down character's not doing anything. This guy can keep the Chaos Warrior busy because he's got the blodge. Cool. This is going to be our blitz target, so we can still make the block on the wing with 2 die. And we pretty much have like a set line that we're defending on. This one just here. I'm going to push him up a little bit further just for some rear pressure, so he has to keep at least a defender or two back to screen him off. And I'll plan on doing the same with the left flank. The dodge wasn't used, so I'll cut another corner instead of doing double GFI. And I just dodged him away. Cool, leaving him with 0 dodges. One guy on the ball carrier should slow his drive down. He's already posting up 4, because I'm assuming he's going to stand up this Chaos Warrior on the wing. Blitz gets him off the ball carrier, but it ties up 2 pieces. Stands him up, so I'm looking. I've got ideas in the middle because my guys are posted that I can maybe bust through and get a 1 die on the ball carrier, but with that second piece moving in here, it makes that a bit difficult, and especially with that, so there's too many dodges required. So I'm going to go for the risky surf on the Chaos Warrior. The risk here is that he might run down the field through the middle if he makes these blocks and set up a cage, and I'm too slow to get back in front. But yeah, so all my other moves from here shouldn't be about blocking, it should be about establishing that line again. So first one straight in front. Alrighty. I decided to post up there because, like I said, blodger again, it'll slow him down and tie up the pieces. Alright, this is looking pretty good now, so I can take a risky 1 die here because that block doesn't really matter too much. Both down. Yeah. Cool. On to turn 3. I don't know, he probably should still go for the cage in the middle here. I'm just going to have to see what he gives me. He's down 1 Chaos Warrior, so this is a good start to the game. Alright, so he's posting up again. The corner of the cage touching units normally isn't the best idea because you can bust through and get 1 dies. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment, is some kind of block on this guy into a blitz. Blitzing the blodger. He's not going to go down. I'm going to keep. I'm not going to use. Not going to fall over on purpose. I'm going to use dodge just to tie up that character again. Double skulls. There it is. That's his last reroll. Because a fresh team, he's only got 2. So the game plan's going good. This is where things should start heavily swinging in my favour. So yeah, we got the 2 die on the caged guy. Move these guys in position first because I'm such a slow team. I really can't afford not to get back first. Normally, if you're making a play for the ball, you'd keep like as many idols as you can to reposition them around the ball if you do get the strip. But with Amazons, it's better just to get back. So I didn't get the power, but I'm going to follow just because it's a person on the ball. It's the easiest 2 die of his life to make that. He's got 2 chances at it. And a little greed doesn't take the both down and gets skulled. I took that 1 die just because having a second player on the ball would have been amazing, and the kickoff event gave me a 4th reroll, so that was a free one in my eyes. Didn't quite work out, but it's not the worst because I still have position. He could set up a cage on the left there. There you go, double skulls paying off again. Like I said, this was when the shift in momentum was going to happen once he was out of rerolls. So this should be, if there's a power on the corner here, it should be an easy 2 die on the ball carrier. My throw is stunned though, but everyone has 3 agility, so that doesn't matter too much. I'll make that, which is good, so here comes a big 2 die blitz. I've got 1 guy at the back that can run away, which is super nice. If the scatter goes well for me, that is. Didn't get it. Definitely worth a reroll. Gets a stun, which is nice. Tries again. Bang. 1 tackle zone. That's pretty reasonable, really. I'm just going to mark it because I haven't. Because I've used my reroll. If I still had my reroll, I'd give it a shot. But that stun's huge because it means if he does stand up this guy, I'll get a 2 die, and then 1 guy will be freed up. They're going for it. Yeah, it's worth getting another tackle zone on the ball, and if he goes down, like, this guy's probably going to be the guy that's going to be blitzing next turn anyway, because he's going to be right next to the ball. So that GFI was definitely worth it. Cool. Here comes a blitz off the tackle zone. Both down, paying off again. So now the plan is just to pick up the ball and run off. Should only require 1 blitz. Here it comes. It's a push. That's annoying because it ties up an extra player, but so I've counted the squares. I'm going to run this person off because once I make the block on this right marker, that person should be in the clear. So hopefully it should be a pickup into a handoff. Unless I need to use the reroll for the pickup, then I might just hold on to it until next turn. Cool. Just make sure we're fully zoning off that character. This Beastman's the next one that can kind of almost reach, but not really. Yeah, so like I said, it's not worth going forwards or anything because I've already made the roll. I'll force him to make the dodge into the 2 die on a dodger to look for powers rather than me doing a GFI to get out of range. I'd rather him roll the dice. But the Minotaur looks after him. And the Minotaur gets it. KO is annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. And an amazing scatter for me, obviously. So, there's a couple of blocks in the middle I could make. with their work, obviously the right flank and securing the ball is the priority, but always move people in position first. I'm just choosing to stand up this one here just so she can tie up the Minotaur. I don't want him to do a big blitz again. So that blitz worked, pickup worked, and I forgot you couldn't hand off. I definitely tried to do it there, and then I was like, ah, shit. So it's time to make the blocks in the middle. Sweet. So we got a good screen off from this Chaos Warrior as well. These two, this guy here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's the only one could reach, but as soon as he stands him up first up, I'm like, okay, this should be a touchdown no matter what happens. There we go. He could make the dodge into a 2-die with his Chaos Warrior, but again, it's on blodge. It's as safe as you can get. Yep. Oh, yep. Here we go. He gets it. Spoke too soon. Should be the same deal though. Stand up, blitz into a pickup, and run off with the ball. The big thing is I don't want to waste my movement, so I believe it's going to be a blitz into a runaway and rely on somebody else to pick up on the ball. Yeah, to gain more squares. The Chaos Warrior on the left probably has the most range. You can get there with one GFI, that's why I go to the left before I do the handoff. Doesn't quite work. Laughs reroll for sure. Good. Dodge doesn't work. That's fine. I don't mind getting beat up for one turn. Any injury here is definitely an Apo. But double skulls. It's always nice. I don't have a reroll, so I should probably just score. It's not worth rolling any die. Straight into the corner. And that's the end of the first half, 1-0. On his drive, that's pretty good. Hoping to get some nice line of scrimmage results from the kickoff. The KO does not wake up, but I do have one spare player, so I'm only down 1. He's also down 1 because I killed that beastman early. So he's doing a pretty central defense. My plan is score as soon as possible because I really don't think Chaos can score that quickly in order to equal up the game. Try to protect the flanks from potential blitz. And yeah, get 2 dies on the line of scrimmage. The more I can keep those Chaos Warriors on the ground, the less they're going to be blocking. An extra reroll again, it's always nice. Alright, it's strong and to the left, so I definitely want to start shuffling people over before I start making any blocks, just in case things go really bad. So that's exactly what we're doing. I'll make that block just so I can free up one more person for another block on the right flank. Then the blitz should come in. No, not yet. Just a push, but that's fine. I'll stay here so I have somebody to blitz with next turn. Keeping another person up there, so if this is just a push, I still have a lot of numbers to keep this guy from making a good block. Both downs fine. Now it's time to roll the die. Pick up fail. I've got that free reroll, so definitely re-rolling that. Fails again, fair enough. But I don't think he has any opportunity to get here. He can get one person on the ball if he makes 2 dodges, 2 GFIs with this character, the Beastman, but that's obviously not a very good play. So, as soon as I see his leftmost person run all the way to the right, I'm immediately thinking of changing over to the left. It really depends how deep he goes. If he's making his blitz on one of these sideline characters, I'll almost definitely go hard to the left. Here comes the blitz. This was actually really impressive. I didn't see this as an option, but he surprised me. So using the frenzy character to frenzy trap himself and get a big tackle zone on the ball, and that kind of ruined every plan that I had of shifting left, because now I don't have enough actual pieces to do that with. And you got this guy flanking around as well, which is even scarier because there's 2 people that I have to worry about protecting the ball. I start counting, and it's actually not too bad to get a block on him. We make the block, definitely follow, and I decide to post up on the corner, just so all these are like, that's just a lot of die for him to roll. So we screen off the ball from that flanking character, get a good pickup, and I'm just going to run back. Like, I'm in the lead, I don't need to push for time, so I'm going to wait and let him overextend himself, and then take whatever opportunity is given to me later on. So we'll put this person out there as a scoring threat. Yeah, so I was just counting there, so I can make that a touchdown with 2 GFIs with this flank character. So we're just going to have to see what he does, see where he shakes out. I'm guessing he'll post up on this left character with at least 2 guys. Potentially blitz with the Minotaur again. He posts up twice, but he doesn't do it front and back, so the dodge out is actually no harder than just marking up with one player, which is a bit odd. Looks like he's trying to make as many blocks as he can, but Blodger's doing its thing, and he's having to make a lot to try to get this guy down. He's got 1 block left, and he makes it. So he finally got there, but he's tied up all his characters with 1 Chaos Warrior down. He still doesn't make the block, and then he makes it on the second attempt. So at the moment, haven't had many injuries. I don't think he's going to get many blocks, so I'm just going to Apo that so I'm not down too many more players. This is tricky. I'm going to try to set up a screen in the leftmost area, leftish side of the field, I believe. Oh, wait. I was going to if he kept him there, that's right. I'm thinking this through. But because he closed up the tackle zones, here and here, I think I try to do a, sideline screen. Yeah, so I need 1 more piece in there. Right here would be nice, I believe. Because he can potentially make it block here, but he'd have to... Yeah. So this is probably the riskiest time of the game. If he stands up, makes a 1 die here, even if it's a push, I'm pretty sure he could get a 2 die with 2 going for it with this guy on the ball character, but he decides to go for the surf instead, which I'm pretty happy to see because I think I left myself pretty vulnerable, and it means I've got surf opportunities on the flank. Luckily, he picks the down option instead of the defender stumbles. So he makes that block, which that pretty much stops my surf chances with this character. A little bit sad, and I'm in a very dicey situation next to the sideline against the Chaos Warrior and Minotaur. So everyone's marked up, so there's going to be some big dodges that are going to be occurring. I'm pretty sure blitzing the rogue, the Minotaur, with just one die is probably my best option. Um, and we got it, so that worked for us. Big KO, that was huge. That stops a lot of the pressure that he's got. As long as I keep marking up, I should be fine. So again, we're counting squares and we're just getting back. We've got time. That both down's fine. That was the only guy that could reach me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was a single going for it if he got rid of my marker. So both down ensures that he's not actually going to reach my character, which just buys me more turns. He's only got one reroll, so we're still waiting for him to use that. He's got this surf, but again, I was kind of fine with that, but I decided not to, I decided to just take the hit instead of getting surfed. Hopefully he keeps a person posted there, which just ties up another character. Alrighty. So, I don't have a whole lot of things going for me at the moment. There's the last reroll. Cool, so the strategy of just baiting a bunch of die and then taking the opportunities is working, and that skull pretty much solidified my plan. I was going to keep running back, but this is now definitely worth it to make the passing play to run off, because he just doesn't have the range to keep up with me. That skull was huge. I definitely, that block there, that was probably his biggest mistake of the game. So I'm making this block so that I can get one square closer and an easier pass to my blitzer. Get a nice power, and it's time to go. Yeah, that was the big momentum shift. Pass is good, catch is good, and we run off. So that's just out of range. The guy that's on the ground, he'd have to make 2 GFIs to stand next to it. So I'm not going to give him a chance to score on me again. I'm just going to just delay. Because with blitzers and some other fancy things, they might be in with a slim chance, but if I just delay, there's definitely no chance he gets back into the game, especially without any rerolls. Yeah, just pretty much playing it safe from here on out. If I can delay, I will. And just make blocks and try to get SPP, get ready for the next game. Haven't gotten any level ups. Alright. So this is where this character here can't really get taken out easily. I can post up with my leftmost dude, blitz with my ball carrier and run back to where I am, but it seems a bit risky. Can't actually remember what I do in this situation. The blocks are coming in, which is nice. Just going to make blocks and score, it looks like. Just mark him up just in case a block goes terribly, terribly wrong. Okay. Bang. It's time to score. Sweet. So 3 turns, I've got a potentially chance to score another one. So I'm going to set up my defense for a blitz. So I'm going to go a bit wider, and hopefully that's enough to get me a blitz touchdown. Passer and throw on the wings so they can get the furthest. Blitz is in there so they can provide the shield. Alright. Very shallow defense, but he doesn't have the movement to run past me. A quick snap would be pretty devastating, gives up a lot of blocks, potential surfs, but I'm getting pretty greedy at the moment. I want to go for the blitz onto the ball, and I've got 2 turns to potentially score, so we're going to try for that. Another reroll. Excellent kick for me. Nice and close to the line of scrimmage, makes it gives me a lot of ideas for recovery, especially if he fails a pickup and it scatters. Decides to blitz this guy, which surprises me because he still had one guy that could make the tackle. He still doesn't get it. So now I'm just expecting a full cage and just keeping it safe. Funnily enough, he doesn't keep any players out to the wings, so I can just post up on every corner and really just surround him in the middle. I think keeping dudes on the flanks keeps your options open. But yeah, so first things first, put the catcher in a position where she can score. I believe this blitzer can also as well. Yeah, just. So giving myself 2 options. If I just gave myself 1 option, he probably just blitzes that character and that's the game. So I'm giving myself 2 just to make it a little bit more difficult. We've got 2 die there, and now we can make a 2 die on the Chaos Warrior, which I believe leads to a 1 die on the... Oh no, sorry, my blitz has already been taken. I believe I was counting this in-game as well, and I was getting it all wrong. Sweet, so we're going to try to push the back Chaos Warrior off one of my dudes. Less blocks late in the game, especially with the Apo down. And just seal up the right flank with a blodger. So I'm in a pretty good spot to get a chance at the ball and hopefully run away with it. I still got a re-roll to use on this final turn. And now I'm just waiting for his beastmen to run down the field. If any are in a position to score next turn, then I'll just blitz that character, and that should be the game. Otherwise, I'll go for a shot on the ball. So counting that guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if he made 1 GFI with this guy, he'd be in range, but the way he's playing, it doesn't seem like he's tracking that it's the last turn. Well, not the last turn, but the last opportunity to get in range. So he's given me a post up on his corner again, and that just means 100% that I'm having a shot at the ball. So I decided to blitz with this, attack with that. Gives me 1 less block, but it means it frees up more characters, and most importantly my thrower. So we've got 2 die here. Too easy. Alright, now we could freeing up 1 more person, because I believe we have to do a go for it to mark up. Yep. So I'm deciding between doing a 2 die on the ball carrier or a 1 die. A 1 die would let me pick up the ball and do a handoff into a throw, and a 2 dies obviously just secures it more often. But this direction's pretty rough and it's pretty far away from my guy, so the big outside chance of picking it up and throwing it to my guy, gets the lucky dodge, doesn't get the pickup, gets the pickup, and I think we're on for a 3rd one here. Fails the dodge out. So gets KO'd as justice. Doesn't quite get the 3-0, but the opportunity was there because I gave myself the options. So he's got no one in position to score. Everyone's just 1 GFI off it. So from here he's just going to make a couple of blocks. No injuries occur. And yeah, that's pretty much the game. So I think the game plan worked well. I think this will work very good in my division, as there's a lot of chaos and Nurgle, the teams that take a while to get going and to get their blocks. I think there was only a few opportunities, like the greedy surf on the Chaos Warrior, where he could have busted through the center and set up a cage. that I think were my only mistakes. And other than that, I think it was a pretty solid first game, and I look forward to playing Skaven in game 2. Should be interesting with the movement mismatch. Anyway, thanks. Bye.